Good day, my name is Bluesuit and today I'll be going over my review of the text-based city management socialist regime stamp simulator known as For the People. And for the people, you play as Comrade Francis River, a newly appointed mayor of the small industrial city of Iron One. You alone will lead your party through a Cold War-era alternate reality to provide for its citizens' every need, or crush them under the weight of your own corruption. The story in For the People is actually really good and has the player fending off a constant barrage of smile-wearing political opponents while untangling a web of deceit and political intrigue. Many of the main characters were unique and memorable, and it felt good to help my friends and cut off those who would threaten my reign. It even boasts 5 different endings depending on your actions, giving your choices weight and adding tons of replayability. Where the story falls flat, however, is in its delivery. As I said, many of the main characters are good, but there are so many more that are quickly swept away, never to be seen again. Every single day you meet a handful of new characters, without really knowing who to get attached to until your second playthrough. Additionally, while the soundtrack is quite good, the rest of the entire game is nothing but still images and walls of text. With a rushed sketch-style artwork and lack of voice acting, For the People is much more of a choose-your-own-adventure novel than a video game. If you don't mind heavy reading, however, the stories not only mature quite nicely, but once you get midway through the game, you're going to start to see the effects of your choices, goading you into a second playthrough. The gameplay itself is split in 3 ways. You're either reading text and committing it to memory, using what you have memorized to make informed decisions, or managing the resources of your actual city. Many of the conversations are really quite interesting, and I enjoyed watching some of the characters and relationships develop. However, there are far more long, drawn-out reads that are entirely uninteresting, but you just know that you're going to be punished if you decide to skip through them. Character backstories and dossiers are filled to the brim with dull, lifeless information, but if you're planning to just gloss over them, don't, because that intern that you just sent to question those adolescents has a history of violent crime. It's a system that's punishing in a way that makes you roll your eyes in frustration, but never feels satisfying when you succeed. Most decisions on who to help and who to ignore are gut instincts, and sometimes there's no right decision at all. My playthrough started off with a good heart. I was going to earn the trust of my appointed committee leaders and give back to my citizens who were working so hard for me. However, that really didn't last long, and I was soon forcing my people to work longer hours and ignoring more and more of their cries for help. The final piece of For the People is the city management. If you're thinking of picking up this game because it's a city builder, I suggest that you keep walking, because it is one of the most watered down management systems that I've ever played. You have 4 total resources that you need to manage on the map. You choose how hard you want your workers to work and how much you want them to produce. These features aren't introduced until you're a few days into your rule, but once I learned how the system worked, it was clear that this game was much better suited for mobile devices. From clicking through endless dialogue to stamping through orders and assigning resources, I'd much rather do it on my phone in short bursts than with extended sessions in front of my PC. There is definitely a niche player base that For the People will appeal to, however. The stories are, for the most part, well written, and having so many choices and multiple endings to shoot for will award those players with a lot of playtime. So I'm valuing For the People at $15. But I would only recommend it to big fans of the visual novel genre who are interested in a Soviet-style political storyline. I hope you enjoy this review of For the People. Come see me on Twitch where you can watch our reviews in progress 5 nights a week. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Until next time, peace!